I'm gonna put a moon right here. Just kind of want it a little round moon. I don't know how big I want it. Let's see. Okay, at least for the middle part there. My son got these for me for Christmas. This one's got a round tip, and this one also I use for details too. It's more of a flat, and I really love these paintbrushes. Okay, so this might not be perfectly round because I'm hoping it's got a little bit of black in with my blue. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, it's not working so great. I need more water. Do that. Okay. And I have a square moon. And here. And I mean, you can play around with it until it's like as round as you would like it. To mix different like shades, varying shades of colors. It gives it more depth. A lot of times on the left side, I'll make it a little more darker. And I'm trying to stay out of the camera shot so that you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, now I'm gonna dry that off. And I want a little bit of white. Later, I'll probably play with it and get a little more color variations, but I'm just trying to show you guys quickly how I make the moon kind of glow. And later I'm gonna have to wait for that to dry, and then I can play with the color variations a little more because yeah. So I'm gonna take a little bit of yellow and I'm gonna mix it with my white. I want it to be a very, very light yellow. What I'm gonna do is go on the very outside here. And it doesn't really matter exactly where I put it. I'm just gonna do little edges so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. You do want it to be not too dry. Actually, you don't even need to do the color like I was doing. I just like to add a little different color, but you can just go in a circular motion as long as it's not totally dry, and you can just kind of give that moon a little glow. But I'm very particular, and you know, you can see the black there. You could leave that and just like add different color variations and stuff. I'm trying to stay out of the camera here, but you can kind of go like this, and it just gives it more depth. Blue on here. And I hope I'm staying out of the camera. So just do this. And I'm going to take a little bit of white. Trying to go slow so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing in case you want to do this at home. There's another way to do it too. I'm gonna go over that a little bit. Yeah, I'll be making that more blue and white. I don't want a black moon. A little bit of white paint. You just want to dab a little bit on there. And then I usually kind of tap it against the plate. And you can also just in a circular motion go in a circle, and you can make the glow around the moon. If it's too much or too wide, you can actually, yeah, find different ways. I don't know, I kind of like that. It's kind of got a interesting cosmic, oh, that was way too much paint. So I just dabbed that on my paper towel. I'm gonna dab it on the side of my plate. then it's kind of like this. And actually too, if you want to do, let's see, I'm just going to kind of go like this. Yeah, that's a little too much paint, so I need to be a little careful. Or I could, like if you're doing a sun, you can do something like this and just make it pop, like look like it's on fire, like the fire's coming out, you know. Actually, I might keep this on here for this moon. I think it kind of looks cool. If you want to do, let's see, do that. If you want to just like do like maybe just different like clouds, or you know, you could try to, you know, maybe do a comet or a start of a comet, or just different things like that. You can just do different clouds in the sky, kind of go at an angle, you know. You can just play around with it. You know, it's a night sky. Got a few clouds here and there. You know, you could kind of do that. You just want to do a circular motion, kind of hold it like a pencil, you know. I'll probably make this stuff go away, but I might keep it, you never know. I mean, that's the nice thing about painting, it's however you want it to be. So that's a start of a moon. I'm definitely going to probably lighten it over here. Having this darker here is actually good because it makes it pop, it makes it look more three-dimensional. And then use this brush. This is also an eyeshadow brush. I really like eyeshadow brushes. Yeah. And I'm gonna just dip this in a little bit of, so I'm gonna do some of the yellow and white, and I'm gonna just tap it on the plate. And because this is bugging me now, it's not like horrible, but I'm just gonna kind of mess around with this. Like you can do this effect. It's kind of, the yellow offsets the blue a little bit. Kind of give it more of a effect. Yeah, it's definitely not quite as dry as I thought it would be by now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait for it to dry totally, but you can do that kind of thing too. I'll get one of my little small flat edges and go along that line. This one a lot. I like how it's curved and round. Makes it a little easier to use. I'll do, yeah, maybe here. I guess I could go straight, I could go curved, I don't know. So I can do a little bit of water here. A lot of times for water, I really like that color. Okay, I'm just gonna use some blue and white for right this second. So I just kind of go back and forth. I'm just gonna kind of, you could also just mix it on the canvas too. Just grab a little bit of black, then a little bit of white. Then yeah, you can give it like texture and stuff too. And I want this a little darker in that area. A little bit of white. And with acrylic, you can't do a whole circle or it'll skip. So I'm just gonna do little sections here, and lift up my paintbrush so that, and I like to make them look as realistic and three-dimensional as I can. And again, I'm trying not to get too into this painting. I like to get really close to my painting sometimes. It's purely a subconscious thing that I do sometimes, and I'm gonna go with a little bit of white now. Go along there. It doesn't need to be real noticeable. You don't need to do all of the edges. I'm just trying to make this pop a little more. Yep, that's not quite, yeah. Let me look, yeah. Not too bad, I just want to bring this out a little more. Right on there. Okay, so there we go. So I'm just gonna go a little more there. Just gonna kind of shade it a little bit. Just kind of give you an idea. So, oh yeah, I'm trying to stay out of the painting. I might leave a little bit of that dark blackish gray in there, because I do like that. Let's see. Just want to touch up just a little bit there. Yeah, because I just kind of want a little more. Oh, nope, I don't want that to be green. I do just a little bit of yellow over here. Might be a little much though. Actually, I'm holding my brush weird. There we go. Actually surprisingly hard to paint and stay out of my camera. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go just right there because I got that a little off. Okay, turn green if I'm not careful. Just wanna do that just a little bit there. Okay. Oh, well, nope, not the coffee. I want the water, not the coffee. Do silly things sometimes. Now I'm just kind of using the side of my brush there to just kind of, because this is a little harder to do. But I kind of want to blend those colors together so it goes more smoothly and it doesn't look so divided. But I still want like the different highlights and stuff there. Okay, and then back to the yellow. See how that kind of pops and makes it almost like glow a little bit? I really like that effect. Okay. yeah, because I kind of like that darker color in there. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. Sometimes I'll just take a few lines just to kind of give it a little more texture. Just a little, yeah. I'm gonna use this one. This is another, I think this eyeliner or eyeshadow brush. I do use paint brushes most of the time, but there's just, these just work really well for a lot of different things. Let me see. Because that was bothering me. It wasn't like 100% round. Actually, it'll give it more of an effect. And once again, I'm kind of going in a circular motion. I don't always hold my paintbrush the correct way, but it kind of depends on what I'm needing to do here. So I kind of want kind of a glowing, that's a little more paint on there than I wanted. There we go. I just dabbed it on my paper towel. I don't know if you can see that part that I just did, but so you can kind of do that. Just give it different effects. Oh, and again, I'm going to start moving my painting. I don't want it to be like totally that way all the way around. I want some areas that's less, some that's more. You see how it's starting to glow? Yeah, I don't need to do it all the way around, but I'm gonna just, and I think, yeah, and it doesn't need to be perfect. We can just kind of play around with it, you know. There we go. I like how it's kind of dark over here where it's kind of see-through, because I don't want it to be like totally like too perfect. That's the thing about paintings, is the imperfections is what sometimes makes a painting a great painting. Okay, there we go.